Yeah, yeah. This is Ron. Someone's always stealing my chair. He's acting like he's asleep, but I know he's awake. Because he doesn't want to get on the bed. So, anyways, I thought I'd let you know that I finally got batteries for my GoPro. And I thought that we might take a walk around in the zenith of the hot sun. So yesterday, there was all kinds of mess going on over here. Apparently someone's stray dog went over to that house and took ass biting onto their dog, which those men over there took sticks to, and the woman from this apartment over here, a young lady who has a dog, ran across the street, and this is when I came out, and she said to them, "Don't you kill that dog." And suddenly the dog they were beaten on turned and ran towards her as she headed towards the apartment, and it attacked her right there in the front in the parking lot and bit her up really bad. So somehow or another, that dog turned all that aggression from those men beating on it to that lady over there, that young woman. And so there was fire, ambulance, animal control, everything that works. So I haven't gotten the full story of it yet, but I heard the screaming and I got to see partial when it was just over. But when it was attacking her, since there's all this obscurity, I couldn't run out there to the wall to see what was going on when there's three men standing there staring at her. So I popped back in the house to put on pants and get all dressed up and everything, you know, get my clothes back on, because I was already in bed in the evening when this took place. But I saw the dog run across, and then I heard all the screaming, and that was terrible. So I'm sure she's bit up pretty bad. That's what it sounds like. So what a horrible note, you know? What a horrible note to come online about. I really don't like how GoPro turns its little screen off so I can't see where I'm turning and facing and what you all are seeing. You know, I haven't got the zoom thing down yet. I don't know how to do that. Zoom. So my tomatoes are getting big. It's getting windy now. And this is the Love Lies and Bleeding Emerald, and that's the big spike. And then I put in some marigolds, and there's also some zinnia in there. Looks a little dry. But if I stick my finger in the soil, it's moist under there, so they're fine. But look at how tall they're getting. And then this one's got a whole bunch of tomatoes down there, and that one does too. So those two are related. These two are related because we got two different types. But I'd be damned if I save the tags. So I don't know what kind they are. My poor grapes on this side are stressed, I can tell. They have fruit. The fruit isn't plumping up as it should, and it doesn't have enough leaf cover, and I still have yet to have to prune it. Where the other one over there I pruned, and I've been watering and watering as best I can, almost daily, just to keep things going. And you can see even the leaf size over here on this end is diminished, and a lot of the fruit set is very sparse, very tiny. See how tiny it is? It's very tiny and sparse. It gets thicker over there, but that's a shame. We haven't not had any rain, so we haven't had any rain to support the fruit. Not really. The apple tree is going to only produce minimal apples if there's any in there, because it didn't take to pollination. Because I think I was missing this tree that used to pollinate it all the time. So now, once these trees get up to start blooming, no problem. Then we'll have lots of apples again. I'm not stressed out about that because I'm not a big apple eater, and then it's a lot to process. So we got some chilies, and they look happy. You know, they do like the full sun. This is the fullest portion of the sun. There's long green chili, banana peppers, and jalapeno. And then of course I'll put in my bell peppers because they're sprouting over there. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, that's right. I got seeds already put out for this. I'm trying to sprout some seeds for eggplant. Yeah, for eggplant. Yeah, I have them in the pots over there. I really love eggplant, but I have difficulty growing the plant. The last time I got them to germinate and I had the plants growing over there, under the pergola area, they made these little bambino fruits. They didn't make the big ones. They were called black beauties. Yeah, well, fuck, it's not black beauty. It's bambinos, whatever. So, still a lot of compost to utilize as it goes. And then this is real stringent debris. So this all needs to be burned. And then that definitely is wood. So that needs to be destroyed by fire. And then my new mulch pile, because that's the next season, you know, where this is all seasoned up. But we've had no rain, so I can't burn. You know, usually I just burn right there in that little pit. Just a little bit at a time, and I get through it. So I did get a few dahlias to come up here where this dead peach tree is. And I want to move them. There's some little ones over there too. But these guys never showed back up. So they disappeared. They went poof. And there's my new mulch pile. But the peaches that are on here are looking pretty good so far. There doesn't seem to be doing what it did last year with the hard set. But look, it's dropped a few from the wind, but there's quite a few peaches on here, considering. And then the Nankin cherry, this one didn't fruit, but this one did fruit. See? But way down low. Usually it fruits so dramatically. It fruits so dramatically that the whole bush is covered in red berries. But since they didn't time properly, I don't think they opened at the same time. And this one must have just barely had some bloom set when this one was blooming, because this little Nankin back here, he's got cherries. Those size. And those are pretty big cherries. I mean, considering my finger, that's almost the size of my fingernail. Yeah, so that's his first year. There's two cherry trees here. There's this one, or bushes, Nankins, and then this one. So, and this is a pomegranate here. I don't know if he set fruit this year. He did last year. You know, I didn't process my pomegranates last year. I didn't. But this year I have to. Yeah. And then, of course, all the jujube blooms. It's going to be a lot of fruit this year because there's 3 trees here. Yeah. So my little red bud is looking nice. Now over here I finally cleared out where I had the watermelon last year. And I think I'm going to put in some fresh, you know, compost in this bed and freshen it all up. And surprisingly, and you know, we'd do watermelon again, but surprisingly, the wisteria that got drowned out is resprouting. So it's coming back, thank God. And then this is a dahlia that's nice big red, but I never got to see what color that one was. So it'll be interesting to see what it comes out to. Well, there's actually 2 more there. There's one here that's coming up. And then there's this one. I never saw those flowers last year. And then of course all the marigolds. And there's coreopsis. I need to take you in the front yard so you can see the front display of yellow while it's in full effect. It's really pretty. So this area is cleared out. I finally took out the Swiss chard. You know, they were giants. So now you can see the tree. I trimmed the bush up a little bit, the firecracker. They haven't started blooming yet. But all of these little tips, that's all blooms. Those are all going to be blooms. It'll be covered in red flowers. That'll look pretty. Yeah. So, what else? There's that peach tree over there. He does good peaches. But I don't know why he does so well in the shade. I never thought of peach trees in the shade, but maybe perhaps that's where I need to put another peach tree, is over here. Now, the plant that showed up that was odd this year was Love in a Mist. And it's now seeding out. See it right there? I think it might have one flower. No, it's all done. So I'll probably get about 5 seed heads, these little alien looking pods. And then I could get some more love in the mist and get that growing. I mean, this bed hasn't been refreshed. Not at all. So I stuck this frame, this metal, used to be a clothesline. That's what they used to use it for. We had one over there and one over here, and then I ended up using one, yeah, over there for the grapes. And then this one's been just moving around wherever I go. So I stuck it here, and I have one bean. Mr. Bean. That's a climbing bean. But I have more popping their heads up, so I'll eventually get more. And the squash does look a little stressed in the heat, but it has to set deeper root. But I was thinking of taking some twine and doing a dream catcher inside this square and a dream catcher inside this square, so when it climbs it has something else to climb onto, to thicken up to. But I was thinking, you know, diagonal, because it would be like checkerboard, because nobody has the wherewithal to do a dream catcher on all 4, and then that's a little overkill. So maybe one here and one here, a dream catcher. Yeah, and just do it with twine. So if it just rots, it rots, whatever. But this bed is empty. It's all freshened up. It looks a little dry, and it looks a little gray, but underneath you can see it's actually quite beautiful. Yeah, it's quite beautiful and soft. So cantaloupe. This is for my cantaloupes. You know, they say if the cantaloupe can keep its feet off of the clay, then it'll do so much better. Yeah. So we'll try that. I certainly know that it's a good rule with cucumbers. If you can keep their feet off the clay, you won't have bitter cucumbers, that's for sure. So the Shastas are going to display nicely. Maybe I'll deadhead them this year and try to get them to push out more. Last year I didn't deadhead, so this year I might try deadheading. See if I get a better display. Only one's opened right now. Well, almost. This one's just now opening. So, how nice. And I never cleared this out, and those dwarf cannas are looking like they're having a tough time with the heat. So I do need to clear this bed out. And only, even though one of those lilies did come up right down there and it's real small, this is the only one that's going to bloom. And I heard they're real invasive, so I haven't found that yet. And here we have a whole line of morning glories down here on the bottom, and I was going to let the morning glories take over the cage area, you know, but none of them are vining. I don't know, vineless morning glories? Have you ever heard of that? I mean, bush morning glories, but that's not what those are. They're supposed to vine. Crazies. So out here, I finally figured that this has got to be a primrose, this one. It's going to bloom in here. There's a bloom head in there. Must be a primrose, this one too. Whereas these are Rudbeckia. See, there's the Rudbeckia. And here's the Rudbeckia. So, and I think those are called Sweet Williams. And once the Sweet Williams bloom, they sort of kind of go crispy. That one did anyways. So, hopefully they hang in there. Other than that, this bed looks so cute for my neighbors. But it's holding up the fence is what it's doing. There's a reason for it. A rhyme to the reason. Yeah, avocados look good. They could probably go in more of a full sun, but they say that they're better off in the dappled for their early years, so until they can really establish themselves. Yeah. So see the difference in the grapes? I had to already trim the covering because there was so much covering. And then look at the size. Look at the size of the grapes. The clusters are huge. Yeah, see that? They're going to be very nice. So this gets lots of water. Every time I turn on the water, it trickles here. So we have some zinnias. Hopefully we have some eggplant growing. And then this is my cucumbers. And I'm just gonna let them spill over as I let the cosmos grow up tall in the center. And wouldn't you know it, look at it, there's a glad in there. Gladiolus. They sneak everywhere. And then here's all the little seedlings. Some marigolds and some zinnias and some more dahlia. And these beans are just pushing the top of the soil. Just pushing up their heads. There's one right there. And then here's bell pepper. And I only got 3 bell peppers so far. They sure are slow to grow. And then of course these wisteria, they got hit with something, thrips, and I finally treated them and they're coming back. Thank God. And then I planted my castor beans in these tubs and those up there, but they haven't started pushing out yet. I soaked them, and then we only got 3 apples out of half a dozen, but 3 gala. There's gala. And see here, these are the tubs with the castor beans. So it took a while. The last time I tried growing them, it took them a while. And I still have apple trees to put in the ground. These guys look really healthy. That looks nice. Yeah, that one looks really nice over there. Yeah, so well, that was a nice big roundabout. Now this is that invasive penstemon, and that's what's along the wall over there. And it's a nasty little plant, I tell you what. It's not fit for us, it's fit for a swamp. Get it in the swamp, find a swamp. It doesn't belong here. No, it's so demanding. Yeah. For water and everything. Now that vitex tree, or bush vitex, is really going to go into a full, beautiful bloom. All the tops. Since I pruned it back so heavily, it really came out nicely. Remember, I had it chopped down pretty far. And those are all bloom heads, so it's going to open up in a blue. It'll look pretty. It doesn't last for very long, you know, it's like, but then it'll go into a second bloom and then a third bloom later. So it flushes. Yeah, that'll be nice. But this whole bed sequence now looks much better, much more productive. You can see all the seedlings that are coming up from my compost, mulch, compost, whatever you want to call it. Seedlings, all these seedlings here. That is all a result of my compost not getting hot enough to kill the seed base, so I'm going to have to do it all by hand. But I have bush beans plugged in here, so I'm hoping that they'll start popping their heads out of the ground soon in the next day or so I can get a relief, you know, that they're up and doing it. Otherwise I have to start soaking more seeds. I'd rather they take off. I must have planted like at least 12 or more. Yeah, and then of course the vine beans, we have 2 or 3 more that are plumped up and pushing up, so that'll be enough to add to that whole trellis. But I do like the idea of taking the twine and making dream catchers in the squares. Yeah, look kind of cute. Too bad I don't have some beads, you know, some wooden beads or something to add to the dream catcher, or stones. Find an old necklace with carnelian or something like that. That would be really cool. Yeah, so anyways, sad about the girl next door getting attacked like that. And I don't think they know where the dog came from or where he went. But I'm sure those men put an injury on him, because I heard him screaming and screaming, the dog, as they were beating it. And she came running out and said, "Don't you kill that dog." And that's when the dog got away from him and ran straight for her and took out all its aggression on her. Very terrible. Something else, I don't know. Oh, did I show you my amaryllis down here? It bloomed a second spike, right? Remember I was showing you? And now it has 3 flowers on it right now. Yeah, it's kind of stuck in the old petunia, but it's nice. Oh, interesting. So it did 2. And now it'll spend most of its rest of the year growing leaves, and hopefully a new baby, because the baby it produced last year is getting big. So we'll take them out of this pot and get them into something bigger, and we'll have a bigger amaryllis spread next year. My hibiscus never woke up, and yet you can scratch test it anywhere. anywhere, and it's green. There's green. It's alive. I treated it with peroxide. I shook out its roots, treated it with peroxide, gave it new soil. It made the one leaf, and then now the leaf went frazzle. It doesn't want to wake up, so I don't know what to say. It's alive, but it's not dead. It's just dormant or something. Freaky, totally freaky. So I don't know what to say about that. Okay, that was my tour. It's kind of midday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. So, and I figured I'd film and get that over with and post it so that I can share. Oh, we didn't do the front yard. Let's do the front yard. Hopefully my batteries aren't running out. These are new batteries, so they're freshly charged. You would think that I make cookies. Look, Snickerdoodles. I make cookies. Yeah. Oh, and I told you about the little kitty cat. Well, he doesn't know how to use a litter box. I don't know why. And he shit all over the cage, and Jeff was upset, so he put him back outside. But he's fine. He likes it out here. He lives out here. So there's Tony, and then now this is the newest one, Patches. This is Patches. Patches has been around for about a year, but never let us touch him. Until just recently, he just broke through and said, "Okay, guys, you can touch me, and I can be your friend." So Patches is intact. He's got his testicles. Oh, there he is. The little guy. Come here, little guy. Come here, some moose. Let's everybody see you, little guy. Okay, I'm calling him Mini Mo because he's so tiny. Come here, Mini Moose. Mini Moose, what are you doing? So it's behind his arms, under his arms where he was bleeding. And we got him treated, and he got antibiotics, but now he has to go back to the vet in 2 weeks. And they're going to take your testicles off, and because he's got them too, and they're going to give you your rabies. And hopefully they won't nip his ear. That's ridiculous. Don't nip his ear. So don't get in a fight, Tony. You be nice. So this lemon looks good. Oh, I didn't show you the one in the backyard. It has full of blooms. Yeah, it's full of blooms. I haven't seen any lemons yet, but it's the bloom cups are hanging on. The calyx or whatever it is, the cup of the bloom is hanging on. So maybe the lemon will form right through the hopefully it's still filming. Don't run out of batteries. Okay, so there's a little lace yellow here, and I didn't clear out all the grass because of my condition, you know, getting through this chemo and stuff and all this diagnosis in the hospital. But at least the coreopsis performed, so we do have yellow down here, but not as thick. But as we walk down, it gets a little thicker, and of course that willow did pull through, so I guess he's going to be a willow there. But this is how it's supposed to look. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, hopefully you're capturing it the right way. And there's lots of butterflies, and birds will come when the seed starts setting, because it's called tick seed, so the birds love the tick seed. And of course out there is the ice plant. That looks really pretty now. It's opened. I think last time I filmed it wasn't opened. And this sage is giving me trouble because it's kind of thin. I don't know why, but I think it's going to pop through. I have a feeling I have a grub problem. I probably do have a grub problem. Or wireworms are so bad they're eating the roots. Oh, we walked right past that little gaillardia. He came up in the grass last year and I just left him, and now he's really producing nicely. So we just mow around him. Not that I need to mow because we've had no rain. Look. No rain, you don't get no grass. It's kind of ridiculous. So this desert willow really did crazy compared to the other ones, but you can see it's such an inferior flower for a desert willow. They're usually much bigger, much brighter. And this is a major seed producer, and I already noticed baby willows popping up in the cracks everywhere. So this guy is like a wild, weedy desert willow from the desert. He's not a species, a hybrid. What, honey? You following me? He's following me. He wants to show his belly. He wants to show his belly. He's got big fat belly, and he wants his belly rubbed. Oh, his belly's gonna get rubbed. Yeah, it's a big fat belly. I don't know, he must be eating somewhere else. Plus here, because his belly is fat. Hi, little one. Little Mo, Mini Mo. Oh, Mini Mo, you stay close. You stay close. This is a bad world. Yeah, it's a bad world, kiddo. So Jeff's gonna leave him outside as an outside cat. He didn't get, Tobit didn't get along with him. And of course, the $1,000 kittens from over there and the mama cat, they did move into the garage, but she was pregnant and she must have had her babies and lost them. Because she's not showing signs of nursing. And she was plump. And she was nesting in my garage. And then all of a sudden, boom, nothing. So either the family said no more kittens and they destroyed them. And now she's coming over here with her previous kittens that they never sold for $1,000 a piece. For the reason why she won't talk to me is like she's embarrassed that that her son even propositioned me like that I would pay $1,000 for a kitten. Like, are you kidding me? I just put out a can of food. Yeah, I don't think there's anything over here to look at. My palm tree, he's doing okay. He's gonna be, I'll be taking out that Zabrina and then he'll have more sunshine. And he'll be able to stretch his little legs. Natalie's rose, it produced a few more flowers up on the top. It needs heavy fertilizer. But it did a bloom down here that is so pretty. I don't know why it did a bloom so low. Look at that look at that styrofoam trash come in. Wonder how that blew in. Wonder if it was on the roof. Jeff did the air conditioner. He might have left some stuff up there. No blooms on that one. So that begonia is going on, what, 3 years now? Because we pull it in? Yeah. And my mangaves, they look really good. I told you I wanted to move some of the pups out to the island in the front. And you can see this one bloomed last year. Look at all those puppies. Pups everywhere, so that's a good one to break up. Yeah. And you know, I complain about my rock wall. See if we can get a grip on how much it's leaning. Can you see that? Look down my rock wall. It looks like it's leaning. It is leaning. Well, maybe you can't see it from here. It's no wonder. So you know that gate is blocked because all that needs to be fixed. Some crazies, they came climbing through and broke my whole fence down. But stealing. Oh, I just had a neighbor from over there next door in the apartments pull up over here while I was watering. And she said, "Excuse me, but you don't know me, but I live next door. And did you see someone messing with my car?" I said, "Well, I just had lunch and I didn't see nothing. But I just heard some noise just 5 minutes ago." And she goes, "That was us." And I go, "Oh, okay, well, that's what I heard. I don't quite see the way other people see." And she said, "Okay." And she's got broken windows in the car. The other day, there was no tires on the front end of the car. It was up on jacks. And then her friend who comes to work on the car ends up staying the night, where he sleeps in his truck with his wife. And they bring car parts and all kinds of goodie stuff that looks like stolen goods from people's backyards. And you want to ask me if I saw anybody messing with your piece of shit, piece of crap, 1983 model something or other? I don't know what it was. From some bygone era, all smashed up. No, no, I'm sorry. If you want to live in the butthole apartments, then you get butthole treatment from the neighbors, because I've been here, what, 12 years, and you people come and go as 6 months goes by, another set goes in, and it's just ridiculousness. And now we have another wife beater who moved into that stupid cursed apartment. Oh my God, they had a fight the other night. How terrible. And they leave their windows wide open. I can't wait till the next 6 months, then they'll be gone. They'll go find another apartment. Unless they're on Section 8. Oh, Minnie Mo, you're so cute, honey. You have got to be the cutest little thing. This is the cutest little thing. Oh, he got scared. He thought it was a gun. He said, what is it? Is that a gun? It's like, no. He's got green eyes. You know, my little one, Tobit, he's got yellow, golden eyes. I wonder if that's a species, a breed thing. I don't think it is. I guess it's the luck of the draw, just like people, whether or not your parents have green or blue or golden eyes. Look at all that junk. See what I have to take every day? Every day. Get caught in the cycle, you know? So easy to get caught in the cycle. Okie dokie. That was fun. And I guess I'll turn my camera around. You can see what I look like in the dark. But, yeah. Just wanted to share. Oh, and Kiddo Bean is still parked in my chair. But we'll fix that in a minute. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.